Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for the City of Final Fantasy Opera, in which I'm going to be taking on Dimensions and Transcendence Tier 3 Crucible 2. And for this I'm bringing along a party of Sephiroth, Galuf and Porom with a Shiva summon. Yes, the Chungus god himself, Sephiroth, is back, and he is back in blue. I may or may not have decided to part with some of my hard-earned cash for the first time in a very long while in this game, just to ensure that I was able to blue out Sephiroth's armor without messing up my future plans, simply because it's Sephiroth and I do want a kind of excuse to use him. Unfortunately, he got his long-awaited rework, and it did make him a hell of a lot stronger than he was before, and it brings his damage up to very competent levels. Unfortunately, he's still completely eclipsed by Tifa. So yeah, it's one of those things, right? You've got Tifa, and then you've got Tidus. And then Tidus is just an absolute fucking monstrosity, like to the nth degree. And you've got Cloud of Darkness, who is just all kinds of abusive as a friend unit. And then you've got Sephiroth, who's pretty good. Like he's pretty good, and that's about as much as you'll get out of Seph, unfortunately. But one advantage that I do have running him in a team is that he does in fact have a burst weapon, so it does give me access to a burst sequence if I have Sephi on the team. Unlike Tifa, who doesn't have a burst of her own, and she would be reliant on a support like Paladin Cecil or like Bartz to actually provide a burst sequence for the team. Not that we really need one, but it definitely helps out in Dimensions End because of the whole everyone gets boosted stats thing. Now, I really like Porom's blue armor because she's got the armor that increases everybody's brave gains, and when it goes blue, she also increases everyone's HP damage cap. It's just like Iroha. I really, really love those types of blue armors. The blue armors that increases everyone's HP damage limit. Especially with Seph, because his Octaslash does, I think now 3 or 4 HP dumps on it. So that's definitely, you know, it's really good to see. And basically just the number of effects that increase HP damage cap in general is quite small, so if you get an armor that does it, absolutely go balls deep. At least I am doing, except not in Porom, because that would be incredibly disgusting. Let's not talk about that. Okay, so I have Kurasame here for the Ice Enchant and for increased HP damage. Of course, I got Shiva summoned to synergize along with Kurasame as well, because it is a very short-term enchant. I don't have a native Imperial Enchanter, and this enemy requires you to use a white crystal character, and the only way to increase the orb is to take HP damage reduced by a buff. So that means characters like Hope or like Porom, and that's basically it. Now, you can argue maybe Galuf will work for this, but he doesn't have a white crystal, so you'll have to use someone else, like Emperor or something. There's probably a variety of different combinations, and then you got Warrior of Light, who's another good pick as well. He's probably who the banner is who this is hinting at, but I'm using Porom because reasons. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I ended up having to reset the wave, unfortunately, because these enemies decided to be colossal dickheads with their Lufenia orbs, and it may or may not have been my fault, because I may or may not have gone into burst with Sephiroth, and then because that keeps their bravery minimized, they just ended up doing a whole lot of nothing. So let's try this again. First things first, let's get up the twin cast. My artifacts with Porom are incredibly janky, unfortunately, so that is definitely something to watch out for. But we'll be fine, because I think that's part of the reason that she's so valuable in Lufenia Plus is it's precisely because she doesn't rely on traditional brave shaping. The damage that she deals is based purely on I think it's the current health of everybody on in the party. So it's based on current HP. So that is, of course, really it's really good for Luffy Plus, because as far as I know, the bravery the brave reduction in Luffy Plus is just absolutely obnoxious. So the fact that you've got all the brave gains amplified by her Lufenia armor, basically just really helps. So I think I've seen parties with like Ishtola and Porom, and they just really help to circumvent that bravery reduction. So I'm just going to buff up Seph here. We've got this King's Right going on. Like, the enemy is unbroken at this point, so they should be using HP attacks, but they're kind of not. Okay, so we've got Heave. So one thing that I found quite amusing is that anything like, even though he evades it, it still increases the orb count for the enemies, which is honestly fantastic. Let's go Shirahadori Plus so that we get the double counters going on, and let's just cry so that we get up to max stacks on Porom. I freaking hate that sound. I know it's fake as hell, but I still don't like to. Still don't like it when she cries, man. I'm not a fan. Okay, let's spend the blow. Sephiroth putting out some actually competent numbers. You love to see it. And yeah, let's get a heave off with Galuf. There we go. So let's just keep those orbs nice and high. I think what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use the burst sequence right at the end, because the problem I ran into was that the burst sequence was just basically keeping their bravery too low to the point that they wouldn't use any HP attacks. And that was definitely no bueno. So we're going with a white wave. I'm actually going to leave B unbroken, like deliberately, just in case that this is going to make them do a HP attack. So I'm just going to do a regular HP attack on this guy over here. And Sephi is going to Octaslash. Excellent. Yeah, that's why I was hoping it would just go for Heave if I left it unbroken. Which it did indeed. So that seems to be the key for the orb on this fight. Okay, so we do have Shiva, and the complication of Shiva when you need all the enemies to take a turn, it's really kind of annoying. But what I am going to do is I'm going to stick Jack on there. Yeah, maybe Shiva was not the best choice for someone. I just wanted that because of Kurasame. So okay, let's like Tyria. We're at maximum stacks, which is good stuff. Now, for Kurasame, we can use Ice Blade Renzan. Let's get the debuffs up there, and I might as well do an EX with Galuf while I can. So B came out of break, which is excellent, and it still used a regular ass attack instead of a HP attack, which is not what I wanted at all, but okay. Be difficult. And now A is being a twat as well. Do not know what to say here. What's this one turn buff I've got on me? HP damage resist. Does this apply on everyone? No. Well, we have some issues here. But nevertheless, we're going to do the best we can, regardless. And I just realised this means we're going to have one Winged Angel playing for the rest of the time on this stage. So Yeah, Sephi can absolutely put out some very competent numbers with his LD. It rivals Tifa's, honestly. Like that 800k split across both targets, that is very, very, very good to see. The main difference, of course, being that Tifa gets all the free turns afterwards, whereas Sephiroth just doesn't. At least I can spam Octaslash the whole time here in the burst. I'm not gonna lie, he may not be quite as broken as Tifa or as Tidus, who comes afterwards, but seeing Sephiroth do good damage just puts a smile on my face. It's just one of those things you love to see, and I mean, I actually really do love to see it. So let's make sure to break out of order here. This all attack, I'm hoping it's going to be a meteor of some kind, and then I'm just going to go into summon. Okay, good. That's an HP attack. And that's on everyone, so that has reset the counter right the hell back. Oh, and I see a perfect launch opportunity here. So I am going to take it. So of course, there's no way to avoid the Shiva summon breaking them both there. I might as well just use Scintilla. Oh wow, my boy Sephi putting out the numbers. Absolutely love to see it. Let's go for another Shirahadori. Oh, that all attack, it's going to be another proper all attack, isn't it? So I can just do this. All the damage. And all the delays too. I'd better take it easy at this point. That battery is so good though. Like, it really, really is. Now I can use this finally. Okay, so that's going to be another boring bravery attack, and this should be hopefully another like tail swipe or something. Gyro tail. Yes, it's a meteor, even better. Send those orbs skyrocketing. Yeah, Octoslash is quite clearly the strongest attack in his arsenal now, like it should be. And Fervent Blow is just kind of there as a filler, really. Well, Jack's debuff is about to wear off, but that's fine. Not too worried. I think it's safe to say it's pretty much over at this point. God, I am very surprised at how useful Porom is. I avoided using her for the longest time, mostly because she was unnecessary, right? Like you didn't really need her skills before. She was just kind of there. But now that she's got that follow-up with her LD, it just completely changes things. Like she's not turn inefficient anymore. You can freaking look. I'm going to do a regular HP attack, 124 plus 43 plus 38. That's kind of almost 200k damage, which is really good, consistent damage per turn for like a support style character. That's really good. It's just unironically good. I can't say anything else about it. Meanwhile, we have Sephiroth over here. Just exploding things with his Octoslash. Please don't tell me this has some super obnoxious HP requirement. No, it doesn't. Okay, good. There we go, we are finished. With Crucible 2. Now it's on to the final stage. Good old Final Fantasy VII fanfare, that takes me right back. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be my clear for Crucible 2. Thanks everyone for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the last stage. So yeah, here are my janky artifacts from Porom. I need to work on those for sure. Sephiroth is also looking slightly questionable. I need to put like one Winged Angel boost on the... Actually, no, I think I'll keep him like that because, yeah, he's gonna need this shit for the next one because there's gonna be multiple waves. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and catch you in the next one.